Tonight's Xfinity TV High School Football Game of the Week postgame show is brought to you by Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier publication. Visit them on the web at pittsburghsportsreport.com. Tim Benz, Ellis Cannon with you after a dominant 27-0 performance by Thomas Jefferson against Belle Vernon. So they go to Heinz Field. They'll play either South Fayette or Montour. We'll try to maybe get you a score update on that if we can at some point before we wrap up our show tonight, Ellis. But a game in which there was a revenge tone out there, and boy, was it put forth by Thomas Jefferson against the lone team that beat them this year. In fact, the only team that's had moderate success against them in recent seasons.
Yeah, Chirp said before the game that he liked where his team was with the exception of one game. And as we talked about earlier, only one team has beaten Coach Chirpak's team twice in 1 year, and that was 17 years ago. So it doesn't happen a lot. It didn't happen tonight. And frankly, after a 3-and-out in the first possession by Belle Vernon and about a 6 or 7 minute drive that chewed up the clock, it was pretty clear that they came in here focused, locked down, tight, and they executed brilliantly all night long.
333-30 in terms of yards on the final score sheet, going the way of the TJ Jaguars. Let's do our best of the batch play of the game. And as we look, you know what, Ellis, there's a lot to choose from when it comes to offense, but it has to be this one because it's one of the few through the air. They did it on the ground all night long with Vigna. This one stands out because you didn't need to see a lot of throwing from Shane Stump, the quarterback, but when he did it well, and he did it to Garrett Fairman for that touchdown. That was their third of the game and really put a nail in the coffin for Belle Vernon because at that point, you're going in at halftime knowing you got to kick the ball back off to TJ, and it's 21-0 as opposed to 14.
That's why they got aggressive there. They had two passes consecutively. They took advantage of great field position, and that was the second of the two.
Let's go down to the field where I believe Meg Bulger is standing by with the victorious coach, Bill Chirpak.
Well, Coach, this is a great Belle Vernon team. I mean, they came in undefeated, but you dominated basically every side of the ball.
We were motivated. After the last game we played against them, we didn't play our best, and we were definitely coming out ready to play.
You mentioned that first loss that you had to them, and I read that you said that you got to relax, look at big picture. You got to be pretty impressed with how your team has responded.
I am. We had a great week of practice. They were so focused all week, and I think there was a lot of talk around the game, and we needed to make sure that they understood we're still at the top.
You haven't had a team beat you in a season twice since 2000, so I assume we can attribute that to coaching and adjustments made.
Good players helps too.
It doesn't matter, I'm sure. This is business as usual for you guys who you face this week. Enjoy this one tonight, and you're back at it Monday.
That's it. Live it up tonight. Come back tomorrow morning, ready to go.
All right, Coach. Good luck at Heinz Field. I think they know you down there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Yeah, well, they should. That's not where he played, but he's been coaching there as much as anybody. Really,
well, he gets his mail there.
Yeah, more
I mean,
or less.
of course, the security's going to say, hey, Chirp, how you doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
there are
that'll
two
be
coaches that get to park there, Tomlin and him.
Yeah, that's a fair way to put it. Look at some of the other numbers we talked about. Rushing 265 to 21. You mentioned 333 to 30 overall. Yards per carry or yards per play, 5.5 to 1.1. We can go on and on. 57 plays to 27 plays. It's just not the type of thing you want.
One
Third
pass
down
completion allowed. One.
Right.
One first down.
Right. And on third down, TJ was 7 of 12, which is batting over 500. And, of course, it was 0 for 8 for Belle Vernon.
Let's go back down on the field at Meg Bulger standing by with our player of the game, Justin Vigna.
Well, Justin, it's like two different teams than you saw from you guys a couple weeks ago to tonight. How much was revenge playing a little bit in your minds?
It was great. It was nice having a chip on our shoulder. We had motivation, get through this game. It was nice pounding them hard. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Personally, this is your 5th consecutive game with over 100 yards rushing. That's tough to do at any level. So how are you able to do that?
I'm just getting behind my big boys, following them. They're getting me every way.
You guys are pretty used to the drill now. You're going down to Heinz, looking for your 3rd WPIAL championship in a row. Business as usual for you guys, or what's the mentality?
We're just getting there. It's a brand new one in the books. Every time we go there, it's a brand new experience, and we know what it takes to win.
All right, that's great. Congratulations, Justin. Go enjoy this one. Guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Meg. Great job out of Justin Vigna, to be sure. As we said, replacing a guy who goes on to Howard. He stepped in, big shoes to fill, and he did really nice work.
How about this? How about this, Tim? He had 200 yards rushing, as pointed out, 44 totes. Long was only 25. So, I mean, he was fighting for a lot of 7, 8, 9, 10s, 12s, and he did that all through the course of the night. Of course, he had the long one for the touchdown, but, you know, he's a very physical player. He's got nice speed, and I really like his attitude. He's a very physical player.
Time of possession officially 33-17 to 14-43 in favor of the Jaguars against Belle Vernon.
And again, let's take a look at the keys because there's a reason they're keys. You look at Thomas Jefferson, they get 3 ups. They didn't want turnovers, certainly not like last time. I believe they had 1. Their D-line had to win. Their D-line dominated. Special teams, very important to control Belle Vernon, Frogner, and those guys because, in coach's words, they wanted to protect field position. And for Coach Matt, just the opposite. Control the D-line. That's a number 1 priority. It didn't work out for the Leopards. Be physical. Just never got a chance to get off the dime aggressively and ultimately create those turnovers. Just not part of the formula tonight.
That'll do it for us. Great job by the crew all year long, not just tonight. We love you. We'll see you next year. Final score again, 27-0. TJ in front of Belle Vernon. That'll do it for the Xfinity High School football game of the week.